The original is inside a layer of rubber, inside a layer of plastic, and it's ugly looking, but the pretty thing is in the middle. Okay. The reason why it's encased in a hard shell is the rubber will do like a water balloon. Whenever you fill the balloon with water, it just distorts. So the plastic will hold the rubber part exactly when we pour the medium into it. The rubber will not distort. The plastic holds it exactly the way we want it to be. Because if like this, it can bend and distort by itself. So as you see, this is the rubber part, which is the actual mold around the original piece. And here we have the piece as it comes out. And it has a few little edges that we clean up, but it's still wet. It's like cement.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a few days to cure.
Without gravel or rocks. And it takes a few days for it to harden totally and to dry. But as you can see, what we have is the rubber, and it's cut for the purpose of pulling the piece out. If you didn't cut it, you couldn't get it out. It's encased in there. So we have to cut it to get the piece out. And we get the piece out, and then it goes through a drying process. We clean it up a little bit, then we dry it, and then it's ready to put a patina, and then it's ready to go out. The patina looks like, we do all the patinas the same.
Yeah, they're just like for your nativity, it's the same patina.
Right. And this is inventory stuff ready to patina and go out. This is all wet stuff over here. You can grab it with your hand and you can feel it's wet.
It's wet.
Okay? Now when we've demolded, we just kind of clean it up a little bit. The rubber fits exactly into the plastic just as I pulled it out. Fits in there perfectly. We put the two halves back together, and we have now a hollow space ready to pour in the new medium. And what that is called Hyperstone. It's made by U.S. Gypsum, and they're the people that make sheetrock that everybody's house is made from. And they developed this 30 or 40 years ago for contractors to use in industrial type things.
Architectural stuff.
And artists found out that it pours into molds really well and hardens. It doesn't shrink. Once it hardens, it's exactly the same size as the mold. A lot of things will shrink when it dries. So we just use these little straps. We used to use rubber bands. A lot of things we use here.
We used a lot of stupid stuff.
A lot of things here we've developed and come up with. This is
trial and error.
A one type of business. You'll never see another type of business like this in America. And we used to use rubber bands and string. And one day we were whitewater rafting in Colorado, and I noticed them strapping things down on the raft without having to tie it. And they were using these turnbuckles. Actually, this is National River Supply. These are made for rafting. And so we put them around the piece, and we just pull it tight, and that's all we have to do, and it holds the piece together.
They're wonderful.